everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bubblegum Reviews. I'm Steve. My next review here will be on the movie The Punisher, which is next to me. In that, we have Thomas Jane and John Travolta. Also, John Panette and Kevin Nash and Ben Foster. And there's even more than that. The cast in this is actually pretty good. This is probably a third or fourth time watch for me. I do believe I saw this movie in theaters when it came out, which was back in 2004. A little quick summary into this is, so Frank Castle is an undercover FBI agent who ends up killing one of Howard Saint's, the mob boss's sons, and when he does, Howard Saint goes after Frank Castle's family, and that's when Frank Castle becomes vigilante Punisher and exacts his revenge on Howard Saint. So, first thing about this movie that I actually really enjoy is the main score, the main theme song. The score in this is great. The acting overall is pretty good. Thomas Jane does a really good job as the Punisher. He puts in the extra work to make it work, almost like Keanu Reeves does for John Wick. He did a good job in those, and I'll get further into that in a minute. My favorite / the funniest scene, I should say, more so, is when the two neighbors are eavesdropping on Frank Castle, and the heavier set one falls on top of the other one out the door, and they're looking at him on the ground. That was probably the funniest scene, especially considering when I was watching it, I was a little high, so it definitely helped for that. The movie itself kind of feels like The Punisher. I mean, not The Punisher, The Terminator. He's got the black on, he's just all gunned out and decked out and everything. It totally felt like the Punisher style. I mean, Terminator 2 style. Speaking of which, the shirt that he wears, I've always wanted to get one of those shirts. I think that is the coolest thing ever, and it's very simple, but I just like the skull and how it's made on his shirt. So I'd totally love to get one of those shirts eventually. Not that it's hard or anything, but so my other biggest part about this is kind of the up and down for me is his name is the Punisher, but yet he actually delivers very little punishment, because one of the things I like but dislike is that he uses what would it be? Yeah, the guy that's telling him all the information and helping him out and whatnot that works for Mr. Saint. He ends up using that guy to make it to where some of the killings are by the guy himself, Mr. Saint. So he uses I can't think of what the word is right now. I had it, but I lost it. Anyways, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So there's very little punishment because he doesn't punish them. He just leaves clues to make it seem like something's happening inside the guy's organization, and he doesn't even do any punishment there at all. So I kind of like that, but at the same time, it's like you're the Punisher. You're supposed to be dealing punishment, but you don't really deal that. Speaking of which, the funniest scene was the one I told you. The best scene was, I can hear what you're thinking. When the guy comes into the diner and sings him that song, and then that chase that ensues, that was the best scene for me in this movie. Easily. The guy, Harry Handler? He was the best bad guy in this. The big Russian, yeah, that was a cool scene. I like that it there wasn't shooting. It was more in just how that one he had a grenade, he threw it, stuff like that. I like that, but Harry Hat one, that was the best one. So anyways, for this one, we have director who is Jonathan Hensley, who also did He was the writer for Armageddon, Jumanji, The Rock, Die Hard with a Vengeance. Every single one of those I've seen. Every single one of those I enjoy. So this guy's obviously a good writer because those are all good movies. I know some of you are probably like, Armageddon sucks, but that's a classic movie. Kind of like The Rock. I love The Rock. The score to The Rock is fantastic. IMDb gave this a 6.4 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 29%. Video Hound gave it a 2 out of 4. Bubblegum Reviews gave this a 7 out of 10. Overall, I'm going to say this is a solid movie. I do enjoy this movie. I know it's cheesy at times, but overall, Thomas Jane kicks ass. This is just an all-around good movie. Box office, we have 54.7 on a budget of 33, so it made 21.7, not big money. This came out in 2004, definitely not big. I at least expected 300 out of something like this. My interesting fact in this is, so Thomas Jane apparently trained with Navy SEALs for 7 months for this role. And in those 7 months, he gained over 20 pounds of muscle. So like I was saying, it's kind of like Keanu Reeves did tactical training for John Wick. So he trained with Navy SEALs in this. That's when they actually like put extra work into the part to make sure they come out doing a good job. That's solid right there. And I'm pretty sure this is the first movie I actually saw Thomas Jane in and was like, dude, I like this guy. This guy's a good actor. And then I saw The Mist that he was also in, and then I saw him in the newer Predator film and stuff. But anyways, yes, so definitely if you're wanting to, give this a watch. I do want to see the Punisher TV series with John Berthenol. I guess it got canceled or whatever, but I still want to give it a look-see. So up next will be for reviewing purposes. Here we go. This is going to be my next watch, The Italian Job. I have not seen this since around the time this came out, so stay tuned for that. I don't really remember it except for the Mini Cooper car chases. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe. Check out my Letterboxd. Check out my eBay. And all those new subscribers I have been getting, thank you. I just reached 300 subscribers, so that's pretty cool. I've been getting a lot recently, and yes, keep it coming and enjoy the content and leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know if you got a movie that that you want to recommend that I should watch. I'll try to watch it. Let me just let you know, I don't have Netflix. I don't have streaming service. All I have is the movies that I own in-house. So if I look and I have it, I'll watch it. That's all. You guys have a good day. See you guys next time.
I can hear what you're thinking, all your doubts and fear. And if you look in my eyes in time, you'll find the reason I'm here. And in time all things shall pass away. In time you may come back someday.